Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
But when is it? When is it not vital to the future of you all on this channel? How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on, for me, of course, it's good evening. I guess, you know, if you're in Australia, it's middle of the night, isn't it? It's a very bad time to stream. I've really got to get more in touch with my Australian comics gatey people to start getting on their channels and plugging my sign-up thingy. So, yeah, that's been taking up a lot of my bandwidth right now. So I'm like, well, are you noticed by the lighting? Slightly different. I just noticed when I looked at the screen. Slightly different lighting. What's going on? I changed the light bulb. Okay. That's basically changed the light bulb. Now, what really happened was the light bulb went out, and I have a thing with two light bulbs in it, right? A fitting. You can put two light bulbs in it, and the light bulb was in the other one, and now it is in this one. 1 second, my phone is buzzing. What does that? What did I want to say? Well, that's a very that's a weird alert. It's from my Rabbi friend. My Rabbi, it really is called. He has a channel called the Rabbi Cooks, who he likes to cook. He does like to cook, and he gives a little inspirational word of Torah. It's actually a good little channel because you get this little inspirational thing, and he gives you a recipe how to make something really quite yummy. And it also always looks pretty good. He's a big, so he just put out a video that said meat makes you happy. I'm like, that sounds a bit suggestive, quite frankly. That sounds a bit like, I'm being subconsciously, I'm very gay and I don't want to admit it. That's what it sounds like to me, right? I don't know. Well, so I just want to say to everybody out there about the thumbnail, you're welcome. You're welcome. That was my second idea for a thumbnail. My first idea I rejected. Some things do get rejected. It's amazing, but they do. Some things I go, that might get me in trouble. That might get me in trouble, and I don't do that. So, what was that thumbnail? Let me just pull it up because I remember going, oh yeah, it was the one with Perry. Right. Yes, I've been looking a lot of Perry today. I've been looking a lot of Perry today because I've been doing artwork to make ads for my Indiegogo campaign. And so I put, there's just lots of images. I'll show you the ads in a minute. Oh, there we go. That's just a great freaking thumb. Okay. If I do say so myself, I think I did a good job with it. We'll look at this together because why not? Why not? It's a very pleasant thing to look at. Yeah, listen, no, one of those nuggets worked out, right? One of his, rumors panned out already. It was like 24 hours later, like the good Lord smiled upon him. And we do have Sontarans. We do have Sontarans in season 13. Put out, he showed the pictures somebody took from filming. Will they be gender neutral? Probably. Probably. So the idea here really was, I thought if we did a gender swap, a gender fluid Sontaran, right? And then I think we would have to afford them the same, we would have to have the same complete attitude about trans women are women, right? That's what they tell us. Trans women are women. So these two people here on the screen, no one is less or more female than each other. I just want you to put that in your head. In their ideology, both these people on the screen, we're looking at both of them. I'm looking at one. I'll admit, I'm looking at one. Both the people on the screen are equally feminine and equally masculine. They are equally, they're both women. That's it. Don't argue. So let's have a look, because I'm going to read over this because it's going to help me remind me what we're going to talk about tonight. Actually, there's a bunch of stuff I want to get to. Wow. We'll start with the well, Perry, it feels so good to be in 2020 and embrace gender fluidity, baby. Do you want to go out? I got this at Sontaran voice. Well, Perry, Perry, what's a Sontaran? For the might of the Sontaran Empire. That's it. You got to think English. Wow, Perry, it feels good. I didn't write it. Now, if I wrote this probably, it would be, it feels so good to be in 2020 and embrace gender fluidity. Do you want to have a girly night out. And Perry, of course, says the main reason she's here. Sorry, I need to stand here for a bit as clickbait. Thank you very much, Perry. Thank you very much. You've done your job, but you can stay there. You can stay there as long as you like, because I'm ready for my close-up, Rabbi. Yeah, I thought it was a bit cheeky. Love it. But then again, I do like myself. So the Sontarans invade season 13 with a 2020 twist. You know they're going to have a 2020 twist. Come on. You know they're going to have a throwaway line about gender neutrality or something, whatever. They'll find some reason to boringly preach to you things that you either will never believe in life. Like, again, the thing they were going to preach to you is both these people. I want to be clear. This is Doctor Who now. Both these people are equally 100% women, okay? No one is more of a woman than the other one, right? They're both the same. When you look at me, and listen, if it's, you feel an attraction to one over the other, well, that's just your kink, baby. That's just maybe that's your privilege speaking. I don't know, or that's what you've been indoctrinated, or maybe they're just insane. They're out there fucking gored. We're like, what? No. You know, this is not a beer glasses situation, right? Okay. There's like one and not the other. Yeah. You know, like I'm not into, a bit of Sontaran sex. I'm not. But I do like how smiley she is. You know, I thought she is genuinely very happy to embrace herself. And I will call her obviously, because, that's a gender choice that she's made. We know that because she's wearing pink. Yeah, and there is a pink tag. That, I think, is messed up, by the way. I have to say. Here's the thing. These corporations that lecture us all the time, they're so messed up. They will sell a pink razor that's identical to a blue razor, and they'll dispose ones, and it's more expensive. Like, identical. Like, why? You full of shit. Come on. That is so outrageous. I mean, really, that's one of the most outrageously sexist things I can imagine. And it's true. They're just like, yeah. And they're like, well, no, you got to equal the price, but they're paying for it. I can't say that. I can raise the men's one. I can't bring the woman's one down. The men will be like, oh, crap, really? Oh. See, that's it. That's what these things like. So anyway, so we got. So then we're going to have GeekLord OVERMIND. Hopefully we have GeekLord OVERMIND. I've sent an invitation out to Ninja Knight and to Dan Hadley, King of the Geek. Did I give Dan the link? I'm pretty sure I gave him. Let me make sure I gave him the link. That would be really dumb. Wow, that's what you don't do when you're a YouTuber. You don't forget to give your guests a link that they can come on the show. I'm pretty sure I gave it to Merly today. Yeah, you go. That's the one. I'll give it to him again. Be on the safe side. Is that the thing? No, I don't know what. No, that's that's my other life intruding. One second. Let me go here. I'll go to. How do I do this? Invite. Copy the clipboard. I'm pretty sure he's got it, but he's very organized, Dan. See, that's one of the reasons I like Dan. Dan is one of the most what's the word I'm going to say? Drama-free YouTubers. Oh, there he is, right there. Just popped in. Come and say hello. Hello, Dan. How are you?
Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening, and good night, everybody. How are things? What have you been up to? And I see you've got company. Wow, have you got company?
Well, you see, okay. The basic point of this thumbnail is this, which I thought we'll talk about for a while, is in season 13 of Doctor Who.
Yes.
Both these people you see on the screen are equally women. Both of them are 100% feminine.
Okay.
And there's no difference.
I don't fancy yours much, I have to tell you. You missed that one, didn't you?
I think.
What can one say? Yes, the Fehr Nicola Bryant, as fragrant as always, and and whoever that is, it's a Sontaran.
It's a Sontarans. She's embraced her gender fluidity. Well, can I say everybody hit the like, share button? Oh, yeah, definitely do that, because YouTube is totally screwing me. And if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. They keep killing my subscribers. I should be up to 1,900 now. I'm like, every day they're taking off like 2 or 3. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, they even sort of nibble away at me, I think. But sometimes it's sort of, I think, when people's accounts sort of get deactivated or whatever else. I know they do that from time to time, but in recent times, controversial times,
I much prefer a conspiracy I can rage against than something sensible.
That's not like you. Yeah, well, yes, that works. That works too.
Okay,
so it's been confirmed then that so that's one in the eye for you. You know who you are. It's been confirmed that Noel was right about the Sontarans being in series 13. And I haven't seen it.
He shared photos of them today. I mean, being filmed. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of like a. I mean, they might be like old pictures from when they did the Sontaran, whatever it was the first time. It could be that, but maybe.
It could be. I know that there were shots of the TARDIS and things.
I don't think anybody really cares enough, do they, to fake this stuff?
Not anymore. Now, I mean,
did you
6
hear
or
the
7
other
years
rumors
ago.
he had?
I heard them all. I saw Noel's video earlier on, so I saw all that stuff. I've got lots of feelings about all of that, but I'm sure it was all given to Noel in good faith, which is what counts. That's what matters. You know, rumors are rumors.
The idea of them being happy with Chibnall enough to give him Blake 7.
It seems unlikely.
My brain rebelled. I mean, like, really? It's like, what? How about? I understand not losing your job. Okay, that's the status quo.
Yeah.
But we're going to reward you.
I know. I mean, that people do fail upwards, don't they? But yes, it is very, very odd. If anybody's interested, I mean, I've got certain thoughts about this. I put out an episode of Teleport, the Blake 7 podcast, just a couple of weeks ago, where I spoke with John Ainsworth, and he was good enough because there's that much.
What they do? Did he ask them what they're going to be doing in the future?
Yeah, well, he talks all about it. We go through the past and the present and the future of where he gave me the exclusive on what's happening with Blake 7 at Big Finish, because obviously there's been quite an extended gap. So that's in the episode, which I'll drop that somewhere later on. But if you go to my YouTube channel, the Space Book, you'll find a video version of Teleport on there.
I'm in a bit of a podcast. Can you just give me the broad strokes? Come on.
Well, the idea is, you see, they are going to do more.
Yeah,
what John, but more on point to this issue is the fact that John was very clear about who owns Blake 7, which parts of Blake 7, who is allowed to do what with it. The BBC don't own Blake 7. They don't have the rights to just fart a new version of it into existence.
I believe that was the case. I'll say, no, how you doing, mate?
Here he is.
Yeah, whenever it'll pop in. Anyway, so what? How are they going to continue it though? I mean, they got to do like a reboot or something. No, yes. How you doing, mate?
Hello, mate. Good afternoon. Well,
I'm good. I just caught the Blake 7 conversation. What's the story there?
Well,
okay. So on Dan's channel, Facebook, everybody go subscribe. I think it's in. I'll put it in the notes at some point. Go to Dan's channel. He has a very good. It is actually an excellent. Was it a weekly show? Now you're doing?
It's a monthly show, although people are asking for it. People are asking for it more regularly. People are asking for it more regularly. So
I think you should do it weekly.
I don't know if there's enough ammo in the Blake 7 canon to do it weekly, but it's going easy. It's going very, very well.
Easily enough.
I've got an entire first season's worth of stuff already recorded, but I'm going to thicken that out because it was called something else when I conceived the idea, and when it started to sort of take form. It was going to be a very finite thing. But now, the more people I speak to, the more contact details I get passed on to me.
So how can they continue it? Are they going to reboot? Are they going to recast? Is it a sequel? What could they do?
They are going sideways with Blake 7, sideways in space and time. So the principle of it is, how John explained it to me on the show, was that they were going to do, if you're looking at Star Trek The Next Generation,
right,
they're going to do the Blake 7 equivalent of Deep Space Nine.
Oh, so like a sister show. Excellent. That I'm in for. I will so it'll be like an original drama, but set in that universe. I am in. Yes.
He explains, which of course is, I actually did pitch in my idea for this, because this is something that I've wanted to do for a while. But yes, he explains it. This is why I feel quite hesitant talking about it, because he was very, very careful about exactly how he worded it. Because you know what people like us are like. We latch on everything into every little word.
Absolutely.
So he's very careful about how he words it. I'll send you the link. But he describes it. He explicitly says what it can be and what they're aiming for and who. He doesn't give me the exacts on who is going to be in it. He said because the Big Finish publicity people would probably fall out with him if he had have done. But he does talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he talks at great length about things which, because there's so many urban myths about Blake 7 out there. This is what I asked him about. Who knows what? There was this massive story going around that on his deathbed, Terry Nation bestowed the rights to Blake 7 to Paul Darrow. So many people have told have told me that story over the last few years. And of course,
I can imagine Paul Darrow telling that story at a convention, right? I can imagine him making it up and saying that, because that's what actors do. Actors, they do that. They talk crap.
Yeah. But of course, there was no truth in it whatsoever. and John, but there is a dividing line. The rights to Blake 7 are there's actual rights to the premise, the series itself, and there is in another camp there is the intellectual property. What we recognise to be Blake 7, and that's where Blake 7 media and all that comes into it. But it's way better if you listen to what John says. I've sent you the link, Rabbi.
No. You give me enough now. Yeah, I'll keep it for you. One second. I'm just trying out my new overlay. Let's see how that goes. Yay! Because the last one I did, I think was a bit big. There you go. That was a bit big. This is a bit smaller. There you go. If you haven't signed up for my on the mailing list, please click the link below to do so. I've been spending the looking at Nicola Bryant in various forms. As you'll see how. Let me show you these as I'm putting out that I put on.
We do love Nicola.
Listen, she's just so I don't know, eye-catching. So that's the general ad, but I'll just show you one of these. Here we go. So this one, I love this. Something for the weekend, sir.
Oh God, I love the twist.
I'll twist of the gap like one of these a day or so. I got one for each one. This one actually is way better if you zoom in on it. I'll pull up the actual artwork. It's like when you look at it like that.
A bit of nip.
What's that?
Is that a bit of nip, or is that a clasp?
It is. Let me. I'm just putting up the sodium thing. There you go. Number 3. Here we go. I'm putting it up. So
it's beautiful.
He's a great artist. He's absolutely fantastic artist. So here, so it looks good like that. But now you zoom in. Once you zoom in, it's like so much harder, right?
He's gone for it, isn't he? Yeah.
I think he really nailed it. I mean, that's that's kind of how I made that. Again, this is my genre-related masturbatory fantasies when I was 13. Genre-related masturbatory fantasies when I was 13. And quite frankly, you're all welcome, because I had fantastic taste.
You certainly did. George, I'm definitely with you on these candidates, and
please click on the link at some point and sign up for mailing list, even if you're not planning on making a purchase. But if you are, do make a purchase as well. But that'd be fantastic. Fine. No. How are you available?
Right. What time are we starting at?
I was just going to ask you, what time do you? I'll say hello to the chat, and we can get. I gotta wait. I'm waiting for Ninja Knight. Do you have somebody you want to be on your panel? I asked Ninja Knight, but you can have first dibs on him.
No, it's grand. You, whoever wants to join, I'll try organise something while we're.
I'll say yes. You try to get fun. I'll say hello. Say hello to the chat.
Yeah.
Is anybody brave enough in the chat?
I'll be back in a few minutes. You did
no
watch
problem.
You did watch me Doctor Who news this morning, though. Did you?
Oh yeah, we've been talking about it. We've been totally talking about it. But Mister, I've been proved totally right. Like in the exact
I don't want to brag around. I did say that it would be Sontarans, and I got told.
Isn't that hilarious?
Credibility. Well, we got Sontarans, but
like literally exact millisecond. You're so vindicated, right? So totally vindicated. Fine. Let me. Before I get to the chat, I'll tell you my whole theory with what Wonder Woman 1984. Here's what I think is going on. I made a video about it today, but yeah, it's not actually doing very well. So I'll just tell you guys. It's easier. I have this theory, right, that it's very, very Orange Man bad, right? It's very, very like Trump derangement syndrome. Like Pedro Pascal basically plays a Donald Trump alike, and I see they're in the White House a lot and stuff like that. So I can see that's going on. Now they know that's going to get stale, right? And it's getting stale. But they thought, if we release this in the summer of 2020 before the election, it'll get the crest of a wave because they believe it was, now they believe quite logically. I want to be clear, very, very logically, that Joe Biden's going to be the president by the time it'll come out. If that is the case, this movie is incredibly dated. The last chance they have of like getting a use out of it is about December 25th. Past that, they're kind of screwed, right? They're going to be like, they believe they're going to be weird. Now, here's the funny bit. Here's the funny thing that is amusing. I think they got it wrong. I think that against all the odds, and it is against all the odds because there is no sanity to this prediction whatsoever. None whatsoever that Joe Biden will not be the inaugurator as a president. I understand. Even though we have this incredible weight of evidence, I mean, just like the weight of evidence they have right now, you have to understand. It feels more like this. I mean, their biggest defense that there was no voter fraud is it feels like it was done by the little rascals. It feels like it was done by the cranky. It's like it's so unbelievably bad. Did you see the stuff that came out today? So okay, so you can only do this if you like really, really zoom into the details. So there's all these districts in Crowder got a report of all these districts in Michigan, where he's from, and the first ones are the ones like in the middle of the town, in the urban areas, which are very Biden heavy, right? And so they had like the number of registered voters, the percentage there, and then the turnout, right? And the turnout in those areas was about 12%, okay? 12 to 30%. It was in that kind of range. And then as you got outside there, you into the more like rural areas, it became more Trump heavy. So they their turnout was like 80%. It was like much higher, right? There was much more going on there. But then there was a third category of places where they had 100% turnout of people that all of them were not registered, and they all voted 100% for Biden, right? So that's just a statistical impossibility, and they got
seems unlikely to me.
No, it's like it's impossible. It's like there's not even, it's beyond unlikely. Even if you have like the Antifa meeting, like their annual meeting, you're going to still get more than 0% voting for Trump. There's no possible sampling you can get where it can be the demographics can work out that way. And it's like, and that's where like then they got it broken down about 150,000 votes, and they're all the ones that came in at 4 a.m. with nobody watching.
I've had my mind completely open by this. I really have. It seems very clear to me. Well, the fact is there is evidence of. I don't know much about politics, and I certainly don't know what I would do in the American public's circumstances.
But they say there is no evidence.
Massive evidence.
It's crazy amount of evidence. So, like,
what I don't understand,
you might reject it. It might be explainable, but it's
I can
still
understand people not liking it. Yeah, and there may be a perfectly reasonable, a reasonable or feasible explanation.
There's no. Okay, listen. Every response would say there was voting irregularity, because you can say reasonably there were voting irregularities. That was voter fraud, for God's sake. That was a voter fraud in a million different bloody ways.
Well, apparently,
come on.
As somebody who's never, I've never taken an interest in an American election before, and the day-to-day of it, I'm not particularly interested in now. But as an observer watching this play out, it seems very clear. Whoever you're voting for, whatever your leanings are politically, it seems really clear that there's been fraud in this election. And apparently, according to the things I've seen in the last few days, fraud in elections is pretty commonplace. There are very few elections anywhere in the world that don't involve some fraud at all.
Yeah, and some dead people voting.
Yeah. Apparently, in Great Britain, certainly in England, our elections are some of the least open to fraud.
Nobody cares. They're like, okay, well,
it votes rapid. Yeah, you could be right. Actually,
you just assume everything's going to be awful because you're English.
This could be this could have some weight to and there is that. But when you're looking across all of this, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I think what I don't understand, a few years ago, when this really registered with me was when Donald Trump got in 4 years ago, and I saw lots of people in England really raging about it, and I had I've never been that interested. It was happening in America. I didn't really care. And they were going on and on and on. And of course, one of the very first things that I heard was that a couple of friends of mine were saying, "Oh, blimey, the Russians have interfered with the American election, and there's voter fraud and all this sort of thing." Wow, it really is kicking off. And all the same people who 4 years ago on my friends list were saying how there'd been voter fraud 4 years ago.
You cannot question. No, certify it. I don't care. No investigate. Go. Yeah, really.
To a man, all the same people. Apparently, voter fraud is completely impossible now. In 4 years, it's gone from being.
But here's the thing. Even though that's all true, and it was clearly voter fraud, right? And if it goes ahead, it's going to destroy America. It's like because they all mean there's no point voting anymore, right? There's no point because the only people who are ever going to win are Democrats because they cheat and they win and they cheat and we let them cheat and they let them win. We all know you cheated. You all know you won. Okay, then there's no. That's it. That's the end. And not only that, then you got like Biden, who's a big globalist. They want to do the global reset, right? He's talking about doing a year lockdown, like a year lockdown. Yeah, so basically making everybody wards of the state
across the United States. Not
yeah.
How are they going to pull that off?
Again, basically making everybody dependent on the state. Totally.
Hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah. This is the global reset they want to do.
Well, I've heard this rumor about the global reset, and I thought to myself, that would take drastic action. Boy, is that drastic! So, who's actually talking about this then? About this?
Okay, don't listen to me about bloody anything unless I tell you I know about it. I think that I don't know. I heard that's what I can't even remember. Saw it somewhere. Like people would go, "What, a year?" Yeah, they were talking about it. So I didn't check into it at all.
It's hard to know what to believe because you're hearing one ridiculous thing.
That's also they'll pack the Supreme
in 2020, Rabbi, I could believe pretty much anything, and I could believe almost anything could happen at the moment.
Right,
in any respect. Even that Chris Chibnall would get another job in broadcasting. I can even believe that.
Blake Seven, really? Really? I mean, like, oh, well, you did do the worst job on this that anybody's ever done publicly ever. I'm sure we've all really, screwed up pro. Like, so, listen, I don't know what percentage is if I get a reasonable audience. Some people here have shit themselves, okay? Some of them. I don't know who. Just demographically, that's happened. It's okay. It's okay. Let's not worry about it. But, he did it publicly and repeatedly. and never endingly. Like he's like one big bag.
Week after week after week after week after week.
And like, and now it's coming back for some more. Yeah, now we're like, yeah, let's do that some more. Fine. Let me Sorry.
Go on, sorry. I was going to say the idea that a man who struggles to make 10 episodes of a show every 18 months could look at doing that.
Yeah, I'll do another one.
You know, just logistically, just doesn't seem.
I think he's just trolling us. I think that's what... Oh wait! I was going to say, regardless of all the insanely clear evidence and the disastrous consequences for all this going forward, right? Despite all that, probably it will. Okay, that's the most likely outcome, right? That's the most likely outcome because it means making a fuss. And people don't like making a fuss. But basically, probably it will. But I don't think it will. Because, listen, I believe in God. That's basically the bottom line. I believe in God. I think God's going to be like... okay, the basic idea of the whole 10 plagues thing was there was a ideology in the world of like... called primarchy, which is like somebody was always above you. And it was a very like... What's the word I'm going? What's the word?
Hierarchy.
Yeah, hierarchy. No, it was an entirely materialistic concept. You know, there was nothing much like socialism. It was like there was nothing beyond self, right? So the idea, and it was all based on things. So the idea of the whole 10 plagues and the eventual thing was to destroy that ideology, right? That ideology completely, and I totally believe this is what God is doing right now. I think that the insane leftist ideology where they
seem to be a plague of one thing after another, you know.
Right. Well, they believe that both those women on the on my thumbnail were equally female, right? That they believe that. I think.
And who said that?
What? They are.
Trans
women are women. Trans women are women.
Oh, that the Sontaran is a Sontaran as a trans Sontaran.
Yeah, she's come out. I've got to show the thumb again. You see now you maybe bring it up. Where is it? Where's the wrong one? Hang on. We go over here. There we go. I tell you, I hope everybody else enjoys me as much as I enjoy me. See, he says, "Wow, Perry, good to be in 2020 and embrace gender fluidity. Do you want to do a girly night out? Because she's a girl now. It's a girly Sontaran. She's wearing. She's not wearing blue armor. She's Sontara she. She's a Shontara." And then Perry, of course, says, "Sorry, I need to stand here for a bit as clickbait." I'm ready for my close-up, Rabbi. That's one of my favorite lines there. I'm like, I think that's fun.
No, I wondered if that was part of this plot for Series 13, Sontarans, if that was something.
Well, they're supposed to be gender neutral. You know, they're supposed to get into gender fluidity, gender neutrality. I don't know. I don't know, whatever bollocks it is.
I can barely wait. Yeah.
Fine. Let me one second. Let me put that up. Doink. Good. And now let me say hello to the chat. There you go. Look at that. I'm taking care of it. By the way, subscribe, like, and do share. Do share. That's really helpful. And if you see me share any of this stuff about my Indiegogo, please share it as well. Prize this week in the competition is the mummy. I've only got about 4 or 5 entries, so you can really win this one. Is the mummy? And I can't. It's been gone a week and a half. I'm not going to schlep it any longer. The mummy collection DVD box set. It is the mummy and the mummy returns. The 2 good ones. The Brendan Fraser ones. You can win this fantastic prize. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, and in the comments, leave the hashtag. Don't leave it here in the chat because I'll never look in the chat. Leave it in the comments. Hashtag Imhotep. Fine. Who is here tonight? We have Sadako24. She looks like she's autistic to be one of the Beyoncé in the Rabbi. Maybe. I bet she is. This is sort of clickbait. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I think clickbait is fine if you just say it. The art was fantastic by Dominic Racho. He is the man. We are very, very happy with Dominic. We want to get my Indiegogo going as much as we can if you can get it, because we want him to draw an extra 20 pages, right? That's one of the stretch goals. If we get to if I make it a big one, if I make it like If I think we get to like $20,000, you get an extra 20 pages of his artwork, right? And I'll probably get him to throw him down. You know what? You know what else? If you want to get one of the higher level tiers, he will hand draw you a sketch card, and they're really good. The stuff he does. That'll be like you get. What do you get for that? You get all the 4 cards. You get both books, Biblical and the Imperium. You get the cards. Did I say you get the cards? And you get a sketch card. You get a hand-drawn sketch card by the artist of the book, he's just fabulous. So that'll be like $100. That'll be $100. If you want to go really high-end, you can buy the artwork. I've got some of the art. And it's got some gorgeous stuff, right? Freaking gorgeous stuff. You know what? I should get him to send me the originals of these. I should put them up as a tier. Yeah, it's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I like that plan. I do like that plan. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, let's go to the chat. We have Lord Thoth. How you doing, sir? Charlotte Shells, how are you? TARDIS time. TARDIS time is a good time, baby. I have another naughty thing we're going to do in TARDIS time at some point. But I'm well behind, even though we're waiting for Ninja Knight to arrive. I'll poke him in a minute. She looks like no room's good. Yes, it is. Well, he confirmed it. Yeah, we've seen the pictures. Carolyn, how you doing? Darren, how are you? Oh, I got to show everybody the books you gave me. We'll do that tonight. We'll do that. Disaster Era, how are you? My son is home for the next week and a half. Yes, he doesn't. He does it, but it's very useful as well. He actually came home and changed a light bulb for me. He tell you, this kid is. He's a bit of a disaster, but when he does something, he's very amiable, right? He's like very headache free, sort of. Well, for me, for my wife, not so much. Kip Ellis, come on! I just had it doing so well. Oh man, where the hell am I? Okay, it doesn't go even back there. Problem being, how you doing? Charlotte Shields, how are you? Problem being, I hope you stand by. I'll be probably coming on at some point. And how you doing? Sesame Street song, one of those. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Darren Mass, how you doing? Time Mechanic is here. Good, because we may have a little break in time. Wouldn't that be strange? Here we go. Yeah, did you ever see that movie? Oh, what was it called again? Man, I can't remember it. It was a time travel movie with Chris Christopherson, and he was a plane crash investigator. Was
it called Millennium?
That's the one. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, right. It was a plane crash investigator, and they were stealing people from plane crashes and putting dead people there because they needed healthy people, sort of, for the future. I thought, when I was watching it, I thought they should have just got people from the Holocaust. That'd be much easier, right? That'd be much easier. You could just open a portal in one, in the showers, and get everybody. That'd be just easier to process, easier to deal with. You just had to have some people that speak German. Anyway, but we would need a time mechanic for that. Fine.
Hello, I am back. As the Terminator would say. So I see their lovely Jenny, who works for the BBC or does some work for the BBC, is defending Mr. TARDIS Reviews' honour today. She's saying how much of a wonderful person he is. I wonder if she actually knows about all the harassment and the bullying that he's been doing along with Tom, because apparently she's defended 3 people, and Tom, Mr. TARDIS Reviews, and some other gobshite that engages in it. She's met him out and defended them today. I would say go and look at their Twitter accounts before you defend someone that's being slandering.
Who's this? Who's this woman that's defending them?
What? Say that again, Dan.
Who's this woman that's defending them, mate?
Her name is Jenny. I had a run-in with her when I first arrived on Twitter. She's one of those. She knows the girls from the Time Ladies. I think she might.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It doesn't matter if they're right or wrong. They're going to agree with them.
I know that, but
that's just once you understand that. Once you get to accept that, because your brain still can't understand that. But surely you should just your brain keeps going. But wait, surely, But it's the same thing with the election, But surely everybody should want there not to be voted for. No,
it's just funny. And then Tom puts out an open letter. Did you see Tom's open letter for me and you and everybody else? I just retweeted and I said, "Shut up, Tom."
Who's Tom?
Like Tom is the one that runs the Not My Doctor thing, right? Now he goes around telling people how nice he is and how he's the one that's going to expose toxic people. But yet the other day he called me a bastard. I have a screenshot of it. Noel's own is a bastard. So he's not so innocent himself. So Lee today exposed him. And because he did that today or 20 hours ago, whenever it was, they're having a bit of a fit now, they are, because it was exposed.
It's like a ship in the bottle. It's like... I guess.
But look what's happened the last week. I mean, Mr. Carter's reviews are so messed up in the head, right? That the news goes into Diva magazine. Now, listen, all the allegations he makes against me anyway are false, right? I don't think people are subhuman. I never have. And I don't hate women, which is an absolute joke anyway. But
I have no idea where he's got any of this from.
You know what's funny? The news that he tried to discredit, right? The news that he's been trying so hard to get taken down has the Sontaran news in it.
I know.
My question is this, and this just popped into me head this morning while I was doing the other news, right? If he apparently works for the BBC, like I've been told, well then, why is he trying so hard to stop my information going out there? All he'd have to do is just wait, shut up, and let me be discredited. But he's trying so hard to have me news removed and discredit me, which makes me believe that there's something in my news that's actually true, and that's why he's having a flip out, because I've already got the Sontarans spot on. So what else in that news am I going to get? And I don't care what anybody else gets. 0%. The 0% hit rate is a joke anyway. Anybody that's been following me over the last 2 years knows that I've actually gotten information right. But this is more confirmation now that my sources are actually legit. I'm going to defend me source. It's attacking me source as well.
No. He said I regularly have white supremacists on my channel.
You do.
Yeah, Dan. Apparently, we're all a bunch of white supremacists because we follow Rabbi and Rabbi is a racist as well. Rabbi is the least racist person I believe. No, actually, Rabbi is not a racist. At the end of the day, we do what we do on our channels, and it's upset a lot of people. The reason why I didn't go full blast on that other fella is because I knew I just had to wait and see some of my news come out. Now it's been fantastic that other YouTubers have actually confirmed the Sontarans on my behalf. So I don't need to prove shit because it's already out there on YouTube.
The Rabbi says there's some pictures out there today. I haven't seen them. I haven't really been on, but apparently, there's pictures.
And by the way, there looks like there's another photograph of them on a field, the soldiers are in the big tall hats with the red little jackets and the white little trousers, like back in the day.
Right. They're doing red.
It's like a revolution. So it looks like she's there for a revolution or something. I don't know if the French wore red or if it was the English, wasn't it? So she's definitely had a war with the guns and the horses and stuff like that. Now, again, remember, I did mention the companion. A companion from the LGBT companion. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, he's trying to I'm not saying everything that I've put out there is 100% spot on. That's why we say it's rumor and speculation. But the fact that I've started off and I've gotten a hit already tells me that there's more.
When the comes out, I'm going to do a graphic for your channel, right? And I say I'll just talk I put it out on Twitter all the time, saying. Not the title zone 100% accuracy.
do it.
So funny, man.
I love it. I never heard of this guy. I'd never heard of this YouTuber until quite recently, Mr. TARDIS. But I noticed Sadaku's in the chat, and they say I used to be such a fan of this guy. I thought we were so like-minded. So obviously, he's obviously got where he is through appealing to somebody, and fair play. Fair play to him. But attacking your peers is never ever a good look. And
listen, I'm going to get into trouble for saying this. I'll probably get some sort of reaction on Twitter. But the bottom line is this. Mr. Tardar's reviews is a failure in his life, right? And the problem is that in the short amount of time that I've been on YouTube and been in the Doctor Who fandom like this, I've made more of an impact than he has on the 8 or 9 years that he's on the platform. And that's rubbed him up the wrong way. And that's fact. That's fact. That is the fact of the matter. You look at his YouTube channel, it's dead. It's dying, right? Because he firmly planted his flagpole on the wrong side of history, and he thought he'd virtual signal and appeal to them, but his channel is dead, and he's jealous of my success, and that's what it is. That's why he's trying so hard to have me stuff taken down. It's just unbelievable. There's plenty of room for us all, Dan, on YouTube.
Couldn't agree more.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't need to be acting like this. But the fact that he's went out and slandered me right now, no apology today, by the way. I don't expect one from him, by the way. But the fact that the Sontarans, I got the photograph this morning. It was actually Charlotte that alerted me. She says, "No, there might be something in your rumors because someone has shared a video with the Sontarans." So I had a look and I seen the photographs and I said, "There you go." It's obvious. You could see it. The photograph might be blurry, but you could see it. That's why I darkened the photograph and I showed you the original photograph. They're definitely Sontarans. So the thing about it is, again, he slandered me. He said that I was telling lies when he was wrong because I got that right. So what else am I going to get right is the question that everybody
I think you quite a bit. Okay, listen. Dan, no, can I ask you, could you see if you can chase up Ninja Knight and somebody else while I go through the chat, and we hopefully will whip everybody together and we can start. But I got half an hour behind the chat right now.
Believe it or not, I've been texting loads of people to see if they'll join me for the quiz, right? Yeah. Again, nobody likes me. All right. Anybody in the chat?
People could be afraid.
Around.
Hold on. Is there anybody in the chat that would like to come on and do the quiz with me? Actually, Charlotte, I haven't had you on my team in a while. Would you like to come on and be my teammate again?
All right. What are you working at? Just want to address this by saying, here's the thing. She was in her actual way. She looked deeply uncomfortable as a sex object. That for me made her even sexier.
Just a little bit of more news on the K9 situation. Right? So I put that out. So K9 apparently is going to be destroyed and redesigned. But I've also been told, you know, the way K9 has had the iconic color of Tom Baker's scarf as the color. Well, that's going to be replaced with Jodie Whittaker's rainbow colors.
No, I totally believe, 100% believe that.
So. I say this is all rumor and speculation to either verify it or deny it. And in this video, I made it so clear that I put a thing scrolling across the screen. Remember, this is rumor and speculation. It should be true because these people clearly don't understand the difference between fact.
Again, you're using logic and reason. Okay, here's the thing: they don't have friends; they have alliances, right? Which means, if you ally with them, they're always going to agree with them and side with them, regardless of anything else, right?
Yes. Since you explained this to me, Rabbi, this all makes perfect sense.
Right. It's alliances. They're allied with each other. You're not going to get through that because they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
I'm gonna try one more person to see if they'll join me. If not,
let me go through the chat. I'm like half hour behind, more than half hour now. Here, Rabbi's going to forget to give the opponent the link. I've sent Ninja Knight the link. The link to win the quiz. Well, I am a little bit competitive, but it's true.
Well, it's 2-2. Someone takes the lead to this week.
Let's see what happens. Ethan, how are you? Making black skin or dark skin or certain gender. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what they do because they're crazy. Lord Thorpe, I said hello to you once. I'll say hello again. Why not? Derek McMahon, how you doing, sir? I think we're good. We're moving. Mr. Helvis 69. Mr. Helvis 69. Okay. I tell you, 69. One of my favorite numbers. Actually, not entirely true. Not entirely true. I really like the 6. I like the 6 a lot. I was going to say far. and saying, I love the 6. The 9, yeah, I can take it or leave it, you know? No, not so great. I'll do the 9 to get the 6, but I don't really like the 9. So there we go. There's a little information there. How are you doing, Mr. 69? What else have we got now? Sudoku 24. Graham Rigg, how are you, sir? Disrespecting a judge 10 years in his view. Yes. Don't even think it, citizen. All these can be yours now. I am a bit of a naughty boy. Yes, very true. I am a bit of a naughty boy. I had this idea if we're running, if I was running short, which I'm not, we're actually late. I was going to do a thing where we would work out what naughty costume we should put Victoria Waterfield in. And of course, I'm talking about the character of questionable age, not the gorgeous actress.
Yep.
Yes. Blast from the past. How you doing? I could just see them now going, oh my gosh, he's mocking Howard.
He's mocking our mockery.
I love it. It's crazy. Here we go. Brian Bing, how you doing? So I really tried to call you today. Oh my god, I'm so behind. I got a lot done, but Tracy Thomas, how you doing? Real Super Doctor, how you doing? Who else we got there? We're up to how far behind am I now? I'm like, I'm just 20 minutes behind. Okay, keep going. Tracy Thomas. Okay, with Charlotte Shields. Wow. Colin P. Smith, how are you? I kind of just got I just got the feeling you were there. Persia, how are you? And I just jumped to Mr. Elvis 69. I think that's everyone. I think I got everyone. Yes, very good. Okay. Did we get any luck getting in touch with Ninja Knight?
No, I'm doing it now. Sorry, I'm still trying to organise my own team, mate. Lee, I've no choice. Lee.
There you go. I hope you feel special. Well, let me, problem B, let me send you a link. Give me a second, okay?
What? When in doubt, bring on me best friend.
There
Lee.
you go. Good save. Good save. Yeah, you did well. You did well. We're impressed. Funnily enough, Sir Kenneth Branagh says something similar to him on the set of.
I think someone just. I think someone just ruined Blake 7 for me. I haven't even watched the whole season.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I now know the Supreme Leader is dead. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I didn't even know she was dead, but thanks for letting me know the Supreme Leader is dead. Jesus Christ, man.
Wait. She's not.
What?
She's not. I mean, the actress died.
Oh, did she? Oh, that's sad.
She died, yeah, well, Jacqueline Bish, she died about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was actually looking. A lot of them died in the last couple of years of horrible deaths. It was like, wow.
Yeah, her and but that's why I thought they had to do something different in Blake.
Maybe it was a joke.
Without Jacqueline Pierce and without Paul Dara, forget it. It's just no point. Yeah, but I like the idea of them doing like a sister series. I'm really up for that because that can create.
My latest rumors on Blake 7, what they're planning on doing. I
mean, listen, I can't imagine them not doing that way. So, just in anybody in the audience doesn't know, the rumor is that
2 crossover episodes. So one in Doctor Who and one in Blake 7.
Yeah, there's going to be a crossover Doctor Who Blake 7 episodes, but all written by Christian. Well, Blake 7 is going to be gender swapped, and the Blake will be a lesbian, I believe. Okay, there you go. Listen, Blake being a lesbian in erotic fiction, I can live with it. In TV, not so much.
Well, in fairness, I've become a fan of this show and I've been watching it over the last couple of weeks, and I can tell you now that even if they were considering, say, rebooting it, for example, right, it's going to be very difficult. It was a unique show.
The only casting I could think of was what's the name? Guy's name Hannibal Lecter, the guy from
Mads Mikkelsen, you mean?
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen as Avon.
Oh no, I don't think it would work, to be honest with you, because I think every actor and actress that was on that was unique. It's they're such iconic roles. I couldn't see anybody else playing.
Yeah, you'll never
see
be
anybody else playing Blake. To be quite honest with you, I just can't see it. It's just one of those.
It's like Avon lives in Paul Darrow's DNA. You know, that's pretty much where I'm at with that.
If I was to
I do like the idea of them doing like a sister series, like a sideways series.
Yeah. I would the crossover sounds interesting, but not
by
Chris Chibnall.
Yeah, Chris Chibnall. Okay, listen, I'm giving up on Ninja Knight. Can anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat wants to jump in? Colin B. Smith, you're freaking awesome. Do you want to come and jump in?
Damn it!
So Colin will be your teammate, and I've got the legend. That is the English
I know
man.
Ninja Knight did share the link earlier on, but I haven't seen him since then. He shared it on Twitter, I believe.
You're right.
Now, Lee, you better be your brain better be working today.
Mine's gone to mush.
Because I'm not losing today, so you better we don't lose.
Awesome. Okay, fine. Colin
lose very heavily today. The Englishman, the Irishman be fighting halfway through the quiz.
By the way, did I tell you, Mike? You didn't hear it. My epiphany on the Crown, which I'm only 2 episodes in. Don't nobody spoil me. I am pretty enjoying it. Right?
I'm gonna have to start watching this show.
I'm saying I'll tell you why. Some people are reminding me that's called the Crown. I get that, but I mean, if you're going to use Gillian Anderson and you're not going to cover anything of her reign as Prime Minister, then what's the point?
Again, listen,
spin-off show.
I'm on the other side of the fence for you. I think they're covering her brilliantly. The first 2 episodes have really fleshed them out.
Yeah, but they missed out the Brighton bombing. They missed out Gorbachev, Pinochet.
Okay, well, again, she's only just
so
become
many
Prime
things
Minister so far.
All right. I'm just saying
and I think Gillian Anderson is doing a breathtaking job.
She's amazing.
Brilliant. She's wasted.
Incredible.
She's wasted. What I would do now if I was your man that does the Crown, I would do a spin-off of Margaret Thatcher.
The only bad thing is Gillian Anderson is causing the most confused erections across England right now. They're like, wait a minute, I'm kind of turned on, but that's Margaret Thatcher. The two things don't compute. How's that happening?
Did you ever see that TV movie they did about the young Margaret Thatcher with Andrea Riseborough from whatever it was, the actress from that Tom Cruise movie, Oblivion? She played her when she was about 20 to 25, and she was fit.
It was very good. Was it the Meryl Streep movie was really good? I had the actor I like, the guy from Brave New World. What's he got? The guy's name?
You mean Harry Thingy from
Harry Lloyd? Yeah. He was very good in that. Who's playing Dennis in? I recognise the actor, but it's under too much makeup.
Who's playing Dennis?
Crown?
No, well.
Have you not seen any of The Crown?
No, I haven't.
It's really good. Okay, the first 2 years especially, really good. Like just really
good. Ever since season 2 ended, the show has been dipping in quality. It hasn't been the same. Season 3, they have 2 or 3 exceptional episodes, and the rest are all boring.
So which season is this?
Season 3 is where it gets where you see it dips in quality. You do the whole Welsh coal miner thing where the mountain collapses and all those school kids. That's a good episode. That's a good episode. Standout episode of season 3. But the first couple of seasons are epic.
Honestly, I grew up in a royalist household, so.
See, it changes for me for the simple fact is they decided that they were going to change the cast completely after series 3 and 4. Now, in my opinion, with the makeup that you have nowadays, you could have very easily put Matt Smith in older makeup and Claire Foy.
You know what? It was an interesting creative choice. Let's put it that way.
But I will say this. I have to be honest. Olivia Colman is not bad as the Queen, but she's no Claire Foy. Claire Foy does it.
Claire Foy.
It's weird 'cause she's got brown eyes and Claire Foy has blue eyes, and obviously the Queen has blue eyes. It's just a little bit weird when they do a flashback to Claire Foy as the Queen, and that's
Yeah.
and it's like.
That is, they shouldn't do that. That's always I mean, I like how they introduced her in the first episode when they showed the stamp, right? I thought that was really quite clever. You shouldn't flash back to her because. But you know what? Who knew that she wasn't going to do as good a job, right? Because she was like one of the best actresses in England. Well,
she's not doing that in groundbreaking, but I just thought that Claire Foy embodied everything that the Queen was, and I do feel that she could have played an older Queen. I just don't get why you get rid of your two main stars who actually made the show success in Matt Smith.
Although I love the guy playing Philip now. I mean, I love Matt Smith as Prince Philip. I love this guy as well. He's a great actor. Tobias Mendes, whatever his name. He's a great actor, and he's really good in the role.
Well, we'll see. I think it dipped in quality. So, I mean,
I think Series 3 definitely did. For me, right now, 2 episodes in, Series 4 is back up to the original quality. Or getting better than Season 2. Season 3.
No way.
But no, you know something really bizarre? So, like, you had, like, very strong feelings about the whole, like, IRA stuff they put in, all that stuff going on. So I was on the absolute opposite end of the scale. I was brought up in London like a Thatcherite, and I was, like, totally on her side. I was like, yeah.
I'm not saying they should have I'm not saying they should have focused on the IRA for this series, but it starts off great and you think, okay, they're going to feature the IRA in this. They literally show at the boat blowing up. That's it, right? That's it. Nothing else then. There is nothing. There's no substance to anything that Margaret Thatcher is in. They just have her in it, and then when she has to play,
so far in up to episode 2, they're showing how she took control of the country and of the Conservative Party, and I really like the class struggle going on. How she didn't come from the upper class, and she was against them. She thought.
Well, there's a good episode where the guy breaks into the Queen's bedroom. I mean that is.
Again, don't spoil anything. That's
episode is actually way too much. Yeah, I'm not saying that, and I'm just saying that that's a good episode. It's probably the only decent episode of the whole series.
Oh yeah, Colin, you should watch The Crown, mate. you and Dan watch it and do a show. Dan will love the first couple of seasons, but there's a lot of things. It does dip in quality. Definitely does dip in quality, I have to say, when it comes to Series 3. Now, I know what you're saying for him so far. Series 4 quality seems to be a little bit better. I disagree with that. Once you get past the next couple of episodes, you'll be saying that Series 3 was better than this. Could be.
Wasted Gillian Anderson, in my opinion. It's such a shame because I have to be honest, sitting here as an Irishman, closing my eyes, listening to that voice, I thought Margaret Thatcher was back alive. It was eerie. It was hair standing up.
But the weird thing is,
so I could see what she did and how the voice that she was.
Yeah, but when you look at her, even though she looked just like Margaret Thatcher, kind of looked hot, and I couldn't work it out. It was very strange.
Nah, you got weird taste in women, mate. Seriously.
No, I like Gillian Anderson, and I can just see that. There's nothing you can't disguise that. I smell the pheromones. Fine, we're all here. We're all ready. Are you ready to get going? I'm
just trying to organize someone in the chat to keep a score of the correct answers within the chat. So the first person in the chat to come up with the correct answer gets the point. And someone can keep score of that in the chat so we can work out each week's winner in the chat.
Remember.
By the way, I think I'm gonna offer different choices for next week's movie. I think it was a bit wrong because Noel wasn't there, and I'm feeling guilty. I think I'm in the mood of watching something a little bit more
Well, Rabbi, what about my suggestion then? Where
Can I make
you allow
a
us to
suggestion?
pick one movie
go
each
back
and then
to
you
what we
choose.
were doing originally,
No.
which was doing obscure movies instead of doing mainstream movies, because I think we've lost something in the video file. The whole point of it was that we do the obscure
You're
movies.
right.
That's why I made the suggestion that we all pick one movie each, and then Rabbi gets to pick which one. I mean, maybe not this week because obviously you need all of us there to give our choices. But I think
I'll get in touch with everybody via.
I don't.
Anyway, listen, we'll talk about
My choice would be Dead Snow. Right, that's an obscure little Swedish movie. So my choice would be Dead Snow. See, I think we should go for the obscure movies again.
Well, my choice would be Baghdad Cafe.
There you go.
Is Dead Snow something to do with live ice? Is that the opposite of the ice that attacked the disgracery?
I don't know.
Wasn't something where Star Trek Discovery got attacked by living ice or something stupid?
No, that's when they crashed. Oh yeah, look,
I've not been watching it. I've only been laughing.
I have for my sins. I'm gonna watch it after the show. So I can review it. I pissed up my ass.
You think you're bad? The Vikings got it worse. Loki's managed to get together the entire panel for every episode. Poor people.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Okay, I managed to resolve it. We've got PD Richards going to keep score in the chat, and Disaster Area is going to be there to confirm.
Congratulations to you all, though. Happy International Men's Day. Yay!
Very good. Fine. Okay, are you ready for the titles?
Yes, we are.
In the titles, let's have it. Let's be having it.
Wow,
Welcome back. We've had several messages. Where is GeekLord OVERMIND? We are back for another forage through the mental pathways of four willing combatants. So yes, everybody in the chat, everybody waiting here are wonderful players.
Willing, I was kidnapped.
What's going to happen? How's it going to go? Don't start complaining now, boy. So there's no escape. You have to fight your way out. Fight your way out of the arena on GeekLord OVERMIND. Yes, here we are again. This is the star base of all geeky knowledge. Champions and persuaders have assembled again, and it's been a few weeks away. But I'm sure that we're going to blow the cobwebs off in next to no time. There may be the odd fumble from me. I was getting it down to a final. We'll see where it goes. Right. Another 4 mind-bending rounds for these gladiators of intellectual geekery, I suppose you could call it. And if this is the first time that you're catching GeekLord OVERMIND, you wonder what the hell is all this about. Think, have I got nerds for you? That's the level that we're at with me, Dan Hadley, Birmingham's king of the geeks, and your anointed question master. Who gave me the right? Well, he gave me the right. You can blame him later. Yes, so we've got 2 teams of 2 that are poised to do battle, just as the Mysterons and Captain Scarlet and all his various mates and Angel did all those years ago. Now, when we last left the whole GeekLord OVERMIND state of play, it was resting, wasn't it, on the capable brow of Noel Glynn here of the TARDIS Zone and the captain of Team Torchwood. So, Noel, it's been a few weeks. What have you done with the GeekLord OVERMIND in all that time? Have you been having fun with it? Have you been playing with it and refining it?
Yeah, it's been good, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed this. I've missed this actually over the last couple of weeks.
So have I.
Quiz is the highlight because, Rabbi tries to cheat. I try to berate him live on the stream, and it's funny. It's funny.
This is just a normal election. Cheating is very, very rare.
Rabbi, he asked me a question. He's waiting your name to
ask you another question now.
I can tell.
Ask you another question now. Who have you brought with you this time, Noel? Who's on Team Torchwood with you this week?
We've got the one and only my sidekick, my evil person in Lee.
Yes,
Hello.
problem being.
Yeah.
If you've been anybody's sidekick before, problem being.
Oh yeah, it's my raison d'etre. Yeah, always at the always come from behind. That's what I always say.
Yeah, I say no more. Moving on. Oh dear, we won't. Yes, it's not after the watershed yet. We can't do any of that. Yes, and now time to meet the challenger. Of course, it is the master of the arena himself, the Rabbi Fehr. You're returning to the fray again, determined to run away.
I am. I'm here. I'm glad to be here. I'm delighted to be here. I'm doing a Rabbi. I'm only a Rabbi. Go ahead.
Rabbi, who have you managed to drag?
I have Spaceman Colin with me, but he sent me a private message that I can't understand. I'm going to read you the message.
What I said was just make sure that we swap over to the private chat when we do the quiz. Remember,
I normally go to the branding tab so I can put run the title.
Oh, well then there you go. I'm just reminding anybody that's because
no problem. Again. What do you take me for? Was it a Philadelphia vote counter? I'm honest as the day is long, sir.
Well, in fairness, you don't like losing like me, mate. So, like, you were 2-0 up. We've dragged it back to 2-all. You have to win this week or you've lost 3 weeks in a row.
That is true. True.
No pressure, then.
Who knows what will happen?
We have a lively chat, as always. They're having a little quiz on their own and throwing out all sorts of comments about all various things. So that's always good to see. Good to see and hear people getting involved out there. But this is where we get down to the nitty-gritty. This is where all the action is, the sweat and the toil, all that sweat that pours off the brows, everybody. So much so that most of them don't even have their cameras on. There's only the Rabbi who's willing to do that.
Well, my excuse is my computer fell, so my camera is kind of out of action at the moment. But if I did, come on, you still wouldn't see me face. Sure, I look like my hair has grown so much, Dan, that I can actually get my fringe and actually put it in my mouth now.
Really not sure I want to know that.
You can get these things. They're like these little round circle things made of rubber, right?
Yeah.
Things like cloth
I
around.
know what they're called.
You can use them to put your hair into a convenient.
Sharon wanted to do that. Know what I said to her? Have you ever put my hair in a ponytail? We're getting a divorce.
Oh, you can. Cut
to the credits. Cut to the graphic. Yes, this round of the 4. Our 2 teams of 2 here. Team Torchwood, led by Noel, with his guest problem being, and the other Rabbi, Spaceman Colin. Yes, I'm going to ask them a question in turn, and conferring is allowed on the teams this time.
Right.
It's 2 points for a right answer, but if they don't get it right, I'm going to offer it across to the other team to steal away a cheeky point. Are we clear so far? Now, Noel, you are currently the winner. You're the holder of the GeekLord OVERMIND. So do you want to go first or second?
Oh, that's a good question. I see Rabbi's doing his Jedi mind. Lee, what do you reckon? First or second? I think first has worked well for me. The last
go for it.
Will we go for first? We'll go for
first. Okay. So yes, you are allowed to confer on these Team Torchwood. Only I will sort of intervene if I think you're taking too long.
No problem.
Across the other side. Okay. So first question to you, Team Torchwood. That's no and problem being Sean Hape is a guitarist with the Australian rock band Loose Goose. But in which sci-fi movie does he cameo as a flame-shooting guitarist who shoots real gas flames from the end of his instrument?
Oh, I think I know that one. Lee, have you any idea, Lee? Right, I'm going to say Mad Max, the new one, Fuel, whatever it's called.
Yes, you're completely
and you are absolutely correct. Over to the Elders of Zion for their question. In the James Bond series of films, how many kills does it take to be promoted to 00 status?
Oh, that's easy.
And that's also correct. Well played. Back over to Team Torchwood. Which Star Trek universe character had a daughter called Lal?
Oh, I know that one as well. Do you know, Lee?
No, you go for it.
Data.
That is also correct. Well played. Back over to the Elders of Zion. The
original
Collinwood
series fan. Sorry.
The Collinwood Mansion was the home of the Collins family, in which Gothic series and its movie remake.
Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
That's also correct. We're getting sound effects now as well. Back to Team Torchwood. Name the irreverent Channel 4 Sunday morning detective series made by Jerry Anderson in 1986.
I know this.
Detective series.
1986. Come on, Lee. You just
Dick Spanner.
That is also correct. Well played. The Elders of Zion. I really wanted to show off there.
I really wanted to steal a point. Yeah.
The Elders of Zion. Yeah, this is your question. Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, and the Raven are members of which superhero team?
Teen Titans, but she wasn't D. She was just Raven.
Don't be a smart
Frankly,
Spaceman Colin. Yes, that is correct. We're doing very, very well on this round. Back over to Team Torchwood. The Strangerers was a 2000 British fantasy comedy. It starred Jack Doherty and Mark Williams, but created by which co-creator of Red Dwarf?
Was it Bob Naylor? I think it was. Was it Naylor?
Is that your answer?
Yeah, I think so. I'm really shit with names.
That's incorrect. Over to the Elders of Zion. Do you want the question again, or did you get it?
Yeah, can you give it again?
The Strangerers in 2000 was a British fantasy comedy series starring Jack Doherty and Mark Williams, but it was created by which co-creator of Red Dwarf?
Lee, you're fired.
Colin, one was called.
And I put my Red Dwarf books back in the other room the other day because they've got both the names of all the authors.
Right. I know there's Mark Naylor.
It's not. No.
What's the other one?
No, it's not. Grant Naylor is the two names. It's
but Mark Naylor is
Doug Naylor or Grant something.
Yeah, it was Grant something. I think it's Grant
No,
something.
you have to pick the second name. Come on.
I think
I can't remember.
I could just turn around and look, but I'm not going to do that.
Chatter all over this like a rash. You're going to kick yourself.
Out of time.
No, but you're not going to take a point.
Colin, shall we say Doug Naylor?
Yeah, let's say Doug Naylor. I think
you can say Doug Naylor. That's also wrong. It was Rob Grant.
Rob Grant.
Sorry, my brain went.
Elders of Zion, but this is your question now. Which former Doctor Who recurring character was the star of the original spin-off drama Wartime back in 1987?
Oh, Benton.
That's correct, Rabbi. Well played.
It also had Michael Butcher in it as well.
It did, and Nicholas Briggs. It had a cast of
No, Nicholas Briggs wasn't in it. Handful. It was like he. I think they had a voiceover from him, maybe.
No, Nicholas Briggs was in it. He's in the background.
But he might have done a special edition. But I remember that they couldn't get it.
Maybe there we go. It's good that there's no point on that, isn't it? Okay, we are at the end of round one, and I can give you the score so far. In the lead with 8 points are the Elders of Zion and Team Torchwood. I'm trying to be behind just with 6. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Round 2. Over to cue the graphic, please, Rabbi. Over to round 2.
Okay, 1 second.
Yes, we need a producer on this show, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes,
I was just bathing in the blood of innocence. Excuse me. Sorry, to resuscitate myself.
This is the one where the sweat does start pouring, isn't it? This is the nasty one. Test your eyesight. This one. This is the picture round. A series of pictures, one per contestant. Although they do get to confer with their teammates. There are 3 points up for grabs.
Well, I always do well on this round.
There are 3 points up for grabs on each picture for our teams. And but the thing is, when they first see the picture, they're going to see it in a state of mayhem, distorted beyond belief. And they've got to identify that picture at the first pass to gain those 3 points. Yeah. If they don't get it, then I'm going to pass it across to the opposing side, who could get a chance to steal all 3 points. But that is their last chance. That's their last chance to steal any points on this round.
Right.
Otherwise, it goes back to the original team, and we get to count them down through the 2
Or
points.
2 points and
1
1
point.
point. Yeah.
Maybe even walk away with 0. That hasn't actually happened yet, but it may happen. You never know. Okay. Any questions? Everybody clear? Everybody.
No, that's as clear as day. That's as clear as day. So we don't get an opportunity at the 3-pointer one.
Okay. So Rabbi, you're in the lead. Do you want to go first or second?
Carla, what do you want to do?
I'm terrified because of what happened last time. I'm terrified it's exactly the reverse of last time I did this. Let's go second.
Okay, we'll go second. There you go, Noel.
Okay, Noel, this is yours.
What idea what we're going to get.
This is yours, Noel. And for 3 points, Noel, and problem being on the Team Torchwood, I want you to tell me. I want you to identify this movie.
The what? Boy, what movie? Say that again.
Which film is this?
Identify this.
I got it. I think I got it.
Right.
So roller thingy, rollerball.
Movie. That looks like. I was gonna say Hellboy, but I could be well wrong there. But,
No, I don't think so.
what do you think, Lee?
Hellboy, roller movie, rollerball. But maybe not. It's too modern.
It's a sci-fi related. All of these. Sorry, because you normally explain. Are these all sci-fi related?
Yeah. Well, of course, it's a sci-fi quiz. So yes, they're all sci-fi related.
Right. So it's sci-fi. So it wouldn't be that bald thing that you're talking about.
Oh, that was science fiction.
I think it looks like Hellboy. I could be totally wrong though. But red suits. I'm just trying to think who wears red.
Bear in mind, there are 2 films called Hellboy now. There was one made in 2002 and one made 2 years ago. So we've got to be careful.
Oh, shit. Well, right. I don't think Lee knows. So I'll go. Which Hellboy though? Oh, sugar. We'll go the new Hellboy movie, the latest one that they did.
Okay, Rabbi, have you got to take a point on this? Because this is your chance to steal 3 points.
Rollerball. Yeah, I'm taking the part of rollerball.
James Caan on the right, I think.
Yeah, it's clearly rollerball.
Damn it, I was right.
Is that your final answer?
You're supposed to say, if you know the answer, say it.
Well, you were so convinced.
Rabbi, well played. It is, in fact, rollerball. Well played.
Oh.
Okay, that's 3 points.
I knew it as well. If it Brian, maybe makes you feel better, I knew it as well. It was a big rollerball.
I was convinced it would.
Yeah, I thought that, but I wasn't sure. I mean,
I kept my mouth shut. I was like, any Hellboy movie is yours. You take it. I'm happy. This is your picture now. Then everybody, Elders of Zion, the Rabbi, and Colin. I want you to tell me they're all movies actually. Which film is this?
Oh Jesus!
All sci-fi movies, yes. All classics. Classic sci-fi movies.
Was the Voz then? No, it was in Carla a bit.
For some reason, I'm thinking Hunger Games.
What one? Hunger Games?
Hunger Games?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's reasonable.
Remember, this is your 3-point answer. I'll give you a little longer to confer. Is that your final answer?
I guess, yeah, I'm fine with Hunger Games.
And that's incorrect. Do you want to take a point on this, Team Torchwood? Any guesses here? Classic sci-fi movie.
Classic. So it's an oldie.
That's not who my second thought
that
was.
looks like 2 figures there, right?
It's like
that
what?
looks like some kind of vehicle.
Yeah.
So,
it's gone off the screen. Can't see it. Oh, there we are.
And nobody in the comments section in the chat watching this has got this right, and that's really surprised me.
I think I know what it is.
Well,
we can't say that until their turn. So wait for a minute till we fair. Lee, any guesses?
Gonna have to push you guys.
Really don't know. Sorry, man.
I'm gonna say Planet of the Apes.
That's a great guess. It isn't right. I always feel like Roy Walker when I say that. Sadly, that is the correct
Colin,
guess.
what do you think?
Back over to the Elders of Zion, but you get. There you go. You get it slightly unblurred there. So this is 2 points.
No, not what I was thinking in that case.
Okay, so what movie is this?
The Omega Man.
Oh, yeah, that's a good guess. Looks like it. Yeah, Omega Man. Let's go for that.
That's another Charlton Heston film, isn't it? And it is, of course, correct. Well played.
I thought that was going to be. I thought it was a spirit. I thought it might be Star Wars.
Yeah, I was thinking Star Wars.
Iconic movie.
The van,
remade with
one,
Will
I thought
Smith
it might be. Yeah. Well, I think there was the one before that. I think the Omega Man was a remake of one with Vincent Price.
Yes, that's also correct.
And then they remade it again with Will Smith.
Yes. So this is whose is this? This is Noel. This is Team Torchwood. This is your second picture. So I want you to tell me which classic sci-fi movie this is.
Oh, cold.
For 3 points.
I'm thinking Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, good guess. I think you're right.
Or The Thing.
Could be that too. I think Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I don't know. Sorry, I shouldn't get involved.
No, I think it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I think that in the middle might be what's his face.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'll go with Lee.
Right.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I think so.
And it is, of course, correct.
Yes.
Well done, Lee.
Oh dear. Yeah. Yes, so we've got one more question to go. This is back over to you, Elders of Zion, and I'd like you to tell me which classic sci-fi movie this is.
Only one more each.
Oh, Logan's Run, I think. I think it's Logan's Run.
Logan's Run.
Yeah.
I recognise those.
I recognise the actor anywhere.
Dirty boys. Yes, that's well played, everybody. Let me just tot that up. That
was only two questions. Was only two pictures each?
You only get 4 pictures.
We got 3 last time, didn't we?
No, they get offered back and forth.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I might do.
Okay. Yes, so that's the end of round 2. That's the end of the picture round. So you can rest easy for a few seconds while I give you the scores. Trailing behind with 9 points are Team Torchwood, but in the lead with 16 points are the Elders of Zion. Over to round 3. Here's where things get a bit playful and interesting. I love this one.
I said the same thing to Nick O'Brien.
Hey! Yes, so it's getting worse. It's getting better or getting worse, depending on what you think of it all. Yes, I hope you're all having fun watching this because we have fun making it.
If I can quote The Fly, I'm getting better.
Yes.
Quoting The Fly, help me.
I think we all need help, don't we? Every single one of us on this panel definitely needs help. Yes, so on this one, we've got 2 categories, which I'm going to put before the teams. And yes, the two categories. Now, there's a series of questions, and there's 2 points for a right answer. They don't get offered across, and for reasons which will become apparent as they go on. But yes, the person who's in the lead, the team who are in the lead, gets to choose between category A. So this is you, the Elders of Zion. I want you to choose between category A, which is called Spin Class, and category B, which is called Decision Time.
I think Decision Time. What do you think, Colin?
Yeah. Well, we'll spin a coin and go for decision. We'll spin a coin and go make a decision.
I used to be indecisive, but now I can't make up my mind.
Yeah. I'm not sure anymore. Decision. We'll take the decision, my Rabbi. Yes.
Decision.
Okay. You're going for decision time. It's 2 points for every correct answer on this one. I'm going to hit you with a series of questions. So yes, brace yourselves, gentlemen. Here they come. I'm going to hit you with a fantastic fact about a movie or a TV show, and present you with a choice of answer. You got to choose the right path to score those 2 points. So yes, here we are. Elders of Zion, what was used to simulate snow in that 1939 classic movie, The Wizard of Oz? Was it cornflakes or was it asbestos flakes?
Asbestos flakes.
Asbestos.
Well played.
In Superman, they used salt, by the way.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. And, okay, question number 2. Gazoo was a little green alien who helped which cartoon family? Was it The Simpsons or the Flintstones?
Flintstones.
Flintstones.
Yeah, Flintstones.
That's also correct.
I would have thought it was the Jetsons myself, but
Yeah, but all the options, so there you go.
Vin Diesel recorded the line, I am Groot, multiple times, as we all know, for the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie in 2014, but across several languages. So how many times, approximately, was it? Was it 1,000 times or 100 times?
Wait, did he have to, are you saying, did he have to 1,000 entries or 100 entries?
all told.
That's correct.
So, well, how many lines do you think he had? I don't think he had more than 30 lines in the movie, did he?
But how many languages he recorded across?
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
I'd go for 1,000 on the ground.
100. Would you think 100?
I'd go for 1,000 on the grounds that there's more than one. It depends how many languages.
I'll go with 1,000.
When that's also correct. Well played. In the 90...
Yeah, diamond there, Colin. Love it.
In the 1982 movie, E.T. listened in as Gertie was read which bedtime story by her mom? Was it Peter Pan or Sleeping Beauty?
Peter Pan.
That's a very firm answer, Rabbi.
I remember you got to clap because for Tinkerbell.
Fast and firm and correct.
Yes,
and finally,
bad on the sandwich.
and finally, here we go. Brace yourselves. Mandy Patinkin, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Sean Connery. They were all approached to play Hannibal Lecter in which film? Was it The Silence of the Lambs or was it Manhunter?
Oh.
Whoa, I think I'm going to say Silence of the Lambs. What do you think?
I would have thought Manhunter because Silence of the Lambs. I'd have thought Manny Patinkin might have been a bit too young.
Oh, that's a good
I don't
point.
know.
Well, it was Brian Cox in Manhunter, wasn't it? They were about
I don't
the
know.
same-
I've not seen the film. I've seen the series, but I've not seen the film. I've not seen Manhunter.
good movie. This movie it's a good. Okay, let's go for Mindhunter.
It's The Silence of the Lambs, I'm afraid, boys. Yeah, well played anyway. That you scored pretty well on that round, I think, all things considered. And that leaves Team Torchwood. You've got the your category A to work your way through. I'm going to remind you what that's called once I get back to it. It was called Spin Class.
Okay.
So brace yourself for this. Yes, I want you to tell me which. We've got a series of questions here based around the idea of spin-offs.
Right.
The general principle and the history, the legacy of spin-offs. So, which of these facts? It's another where I'm going to give you an either or answer.
Right.
You've got to pick the right one. Which spin-off from Doctor Who ran for the most episodes? Was it the Sarah Jane Adventures, or was it Torchwood? 2 points.
Well, Torchwood had 4 seasons. I don't know much about the Sarah Jane Adventures.
I think that was 3, wasn't it?
Well,
I'd say Torchwood.
I think it's Torchwood, Lee. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go with that.
We'll go Torchwood.
That's incorrect. It was a Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane had 5, didn't it?
Sarah Jane Adventures ran to 53 episodes, and Torchwood was just 41. Seems like more, doesn't it?
No, more than that. The Children of Earth was 20 episodes, wasn't it? Not Children of Earth. No, it wasn't. Sorry.
No, Rabbi, it just felt like it was. Which animated series, which animated Star Wars spin-off ran for the most episodes, guys? Was it the Clone Wars or was it Rebels?
Oh, God.
See, now this was Ninja Knight would have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Even all over this, wouldn't he?
What did you say the options were? The Clone
Rebels.
Wars and what?
He'd have got this with one of his throwing stars, wouldn't he?
Rebels or Clone Wars?
I think it's Rebels.
Okay, I'll go with you then.
We'll go with Rebels.
Lots of people in the chat have got it right. You're going for Rebels?
Yeah.
Okay, Rebels. That's incorrect. The Clone Wars itself ran to 143.
Clone Wars
133, sorry, and Rebels was ran to 75. So both of them long-running shows with a big following. Let's not forget, but yes, it was the Clone Wars that was the longest. Of these two 1970s cartoon shows, both based on live-action properties, which ran for the most amount of episodes again? Was it The Animated Adventures of Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek? That was its full title. We now call it Star Trek: The Animated Series. Or was it Return to the Planet of the Apes? Both Filmation animated series from the 70s.
Return to the Planet of the Apes, I think. Because that was massive.
Yeah, I'll go with Lee. At this stage, like we've gotten everything wrong, so you know. We'll go with the Planet of the Apes one, but we're probably wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You are wrong. It's Star Trek. That was 22 episodes. Planet of the Apes ran to 13.
You're useless.
Yeah, but they just repeated
I got more questions right than you, Noel.
Lee, you're probably thinking of the Planet of the Apes TV series, the live action one, rather than the cartoon one, aren't you?
No, that only had 12 episodes.
Was it?
That really low.
They were both disastrous. Yes. Yeah. Okay. We're over to yes. Which question is next? Some live action movies did become live action TV shows. You're quite right there, Colin. But which one ran for the longest amount of episodes of these two? Was it Logan's Run, the series, or was it the Westworld TV show Beyond Westworld? Which one of those ran for the longest amount of episodes?
Oh my god, that was so bad.
Lee, do you want to guess? At this stage, you might as well. We've lost anyway. We're not going to recoup any.
You can give that end round to get a bunch of points.
Oh,
we'll go Westworld.
Let's go Westworld.
Well,
that's your final answer. Was that you did say
Westworld?
That's
your final answer. Yeah, we're wrong, hadn't we?
You are wrong. Yeah, sorry. Logan's Run ran to 14 episodes. Beyond Westworld, but they just made 5 episodes of that. It was an unmitigated disaster. You've got a chance here.
Beyond Westworld had Connie Selicu in it. Nothing with Connie Selicu in it at that age can be that bad.
You're making a good point.
Sorry.
You're leaving it a bit late to make your plea for it to be renewed. It was cancelled in 1979, but I do appreciate the plea. Yes, so the iconic 80s action show Knight Rider that spawned 2 what they call legacy shows. But which one of those ran for the longest? Was it Team Knight Rider or was it Knight Rider 2008? Which one of those ran for the most amount of episodes?
Oh, I do remember the abomination that was Knight Rider 2008.
Yeah.
I don't know if that went on for too long. Lee, will we just go for? I mean, we might as well get a clean sweep of being wrong. What?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's go down together on this.
Yeah, Knight Rider, the latest one, 2000, the one that the second option.
I can't believe this. No, it's Team Knight Rider. That ran to 20.
So let me get straight. So Noel and Lee failed to go down on each other. Is that what you're saying?
that ran to that ran to which one? Yes, that ran to 18 episodes. The 2008 show. But Team Knight Rider did manage to at least clock up a full season of 22 shows.
No,
well played. It was a brave attempt. But yes,
don't say well played. Don't be doing that to me. That was awful.
Streaking into the lead with 24 points are the Elders of Zion. But Team Torchwood are at yes.
I think the runners up. The ones behind should be the one getting to be able to choose in future, because that gives them more of an opportunity to try and catch up.
No, it's fair.
That's what they do on TV.
It doesn't matter.
I've been sort of making it up as I go along a little bit. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were queuing me, but I thought you might.
Well, I was. Yes, let's keep the momentum going. That's what they like out there, isn't it? You don't get.
This
time
is
to-
what they want. Yes.
Yeah, of course it is. We've got several comments, some of which are quite funny, some of them a little cruel. I've got to be honest, but I'm glad to see people are enjoying it.
I'm not surprised.
This is round 4, and it could all change because this is our sort of against the clock round.
Yeah,
Every
Rabbi
second
takes his
does
time
count.
with this one, so we have a chance because it takes about 4 minutes to answer.
What are we up to?
Okay. Yes. So what I'm going to do, each player, there's no conferring allowed between the teams on this particular round, and it's timed. You're going against Chris Chibnall's very own countdown clock, so the clock will be ticking. But I'm going to bounce questions across, so everybody's going to get asked a question in turn until the time runs out. And yes, it'll be up to my discretion when I sort of move on or where you give your final answer. You can vote to not answer it at all, of course, and to move it on. But yes, I'd say every point does count, and anything can happen. It really, really can.
How many points is there for each question that's answered correctly? Is it just the 1 point?
2 points for every correct answer. It is still all.
We just have to be on top of our game for this one.
It is still all to play for, and I'm going to let you go first as well, Team Torture. I'm going to let you go first as well, Noel. There we are. So, okay, we're going to kick off now. So, is everybody ready? As I hit the clock, okay, and we are off. Noel, what is the only Star Wars film in which Harrison Ford receives top billing?
Oh, Jesus.
2 points.
I'm got balls.
Spaceballs.
Return of the Jedi.
That's incorrect. It's The Force Awakens.
Oh.
Rabbi, in Ant-Man 2015.
The Force Awakens isn't Star Wars. That's Disney.
In Ant-Man 2015, Rabbi, which hero disappears into a subatomic quantum realm while disabling a nuclear missile? Who does that?
Oh, I know.
That would be Wasp. Yeah, Wasp.
The Wasp, that's correct. Problem being, which actor wore prosthetic ears whilst filming Jupiter Ascending?
Ooh.
Oh, God. Pass.
Yeah, I've got a crap team, mate.
Colin.
It's funny how you are great with Rabbi.
That was Channing Tatum, everybody. Over to you, Colin. Which 1993 monster movie's roar was created by mixing together the noises made by alligators, tigers, and elephants?
Oh, that's easy.
I don't know that.
Godzilla?
Yeah.
Incorrect. It was the T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yes.
Noel, tell me, please. Travis Bickle is a character in which cult movie?
Oh, for feck's sake, come on. Travis fucking Yogi Bobs.
I know this.
Babylon 5. I haven't a clue. Don't care.
It was Taxi Driver.
What the hell?
Rabbi.
Yes.
Name Peter Quill, Star-Lord's spacecraft in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Buzz.
Sorry, what was that?
I do not know.
Okay, it was the Milano, named after his childhood crush, Alyssa Milano. Problem being, Billy Zane played which comic book hero in the 1997 action fantasy film?
I know that.
Oh, God. Billy Zane.
Come on,
So, can you repeat the question, please?
Billy Zane played which comic book hero in a 1997 action fantasy film?
No, sorry.
Just take a guess. 1997. There has to be superhero movies you remember in 1997.
I was out getting wasted
Oh, my
in
God.
1997.
Just do that. It's the Phantom. Over to you, Colin. I'd like you to tell me who was the only character to appear in all 52 episodes of the classic sci-fi series Blake 7.
Ooh.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Villa.
It was indeed Villa Restal, played by
Why did
Michael
I get that
Keaton. Well
question?
played. Yes, this is Noel. Name the real-life NASA probe that Mark Watney hacks into in The Martian. The Ridley Scott film, The Martian.
Oh, that's Satellite? No, it's not a satellite. It's a rover. It's what you call it, but not. Is a pathfinder?
Correct. Rabbi, Metacortex is the employer of the hero in which 90s sci-fi movie?
At least we got one, Lee.
Yeah.
Metacortex is the I don't know. What type of movie? 90s what movie?
90s sci-fi movie.
You.
Let's say Matrix.
That's also correct. Problem being, name the moon being colonized by humans in Avatar.
Titan.
It's Pandora.
Oh.
Colin, what is the phrase on the poster in Fox Mulder's office in the X-Files?
Oh, he's...
I want to believe it's
correct.
I want to believe.
Over to Noel. Stop lagging for time. Over to Noel. Name the actor who voiced both Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh and Optimus Prime in the Transformers.
Say that again.
Name the actor who voiced Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh and Optimus Prime in the Transformers movies and cartoons. Voice actor, very famous voice actor.
Very famous voice actor. I haven't a clue because voice actors to me, I just don't mind it. No, so I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay, and who's next? It's over to the Rabbi. Yes, Bonnie Langford played Mel in Doctor Who. Which town in England was her character said to have been from? And we're out of time. That is correct. Well played.
We're out of time.
Yes, we have. This, the Chris Chibnall clock has cruelly counted us out.
Who was the voice actor, Dan?
One because
who was the voice actor?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, that was Peter Cullen. Yes. Okay, there we are. So we have final scores, everybody. Yeah. And yes, it's. I think everybody knows the general trend, but we're going to go through it. So yes,
well done, Rabbi. Congratulations this week.
There you go.
Coming second, yes, we're Team Torchwood with 11 points, but the winners this time on round 5 of GeekLord OVERMIND are the Elders of Zion with a colossal 34 points.
Yeah.
Well played. The GeekLord is back in the
thank you.
And we're just going to use it horribly.
Who knows what's going to Who's going to know?
GeekLord OVERMIND and put it in my pants. There you go.
I didn't even have any time to prepare this time.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes, okay, so yes.
We didn't have any time to prepare, but well,
okay.
We have to thank our sponsor for the show, which is, of course, the Rabbi from another planet, Comic Book Bonanza. Go and sign up now. Join the mailing list, and you can get one.
Darren, well done, by the way. Great hosting.
Yeah, with any.
There you go. Knock yourselves out. Who could resist anything laid across you at the bottom there? It's all these feasts for the eyes. But yes, for now, the GeekLord OVERMIND is possessed by these winners. But we had a bit of trouble rustling people onto the arena this time. What's wrong with you? You must be game for this. If you're game for a laugh and to have your mental pathways a little bit out of shape, your name's forward, get in touch, message, drop it into the comment section, let the Rabbi know, or let me know, and we could bring you here. And you could do battle. Yes, just as the masters of the universe before you have done battle over the last half an hour.
Do you know, I think it's a good idea though, Dan. We get people to say who wants to come on, but yet you get to choose who's on our team. Do you get me? So they could
allocate team members. That's
available this week, and then you can choose then who's on each other's team. That way, then none of us have an advantage.
That's not
apparently, we've got in the chat, according to PD Rich, there is a draw between Dr. Dave and the Time Prophet.
Wow!
Well done. Chat.
Well done. I could have used you two guys instead of bleeding.
I don't know. Thank you. I don't know what the scores were, but maybe we'll have to put that in the chat.
Well, listen, we've got to wrap up now. But yes, everybody watching, get in touch. As I've said, let us know in the comment section. Like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss the next round of GeekLord OVERMIND. Who knows what's going to happen next? But you get in touch if you want to do battle in the arena. You can rally your troops and stake your claim to the GeekLord OVERMIND. Good night.
Yes!
Well done, Rabbi. Well done, Colin. He is bloody smart.
Cheats.
Excuse me, who's this? Anyone who was on your team, were you?
David
Imagine
Henke.
I had Colin on my team. Imagine,
Yeah.
and I was his best friend thinking, "Oh, this fella is a bit of a brain box."
You
But we're
weren't
too
complaining
dumb.
last time I was on
Well,
your team.
you know, I did give a couple of right answers you chose to ignore.
David Henke in the chat. David Henke in the chat says that the rabbi always wins. He doesn't. They were drawing until this evening. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay.
Next week
Well-
anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. He took the lead this week. Next week we're gonna pull it back. It's gonna be a draw again.
It's 4-5, isn't it? I think so.
I hope that's blown away some cobwebs, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've got to shoot now. I have to catch up with you all later.
Before you go, let me ask you. I got video vault questions. Okay, really quickly. Do
Right.
you want me to pick an obscure? Would you rather, if you had a choice of me picking an obscure movie or giving you 2 movies to choose from? What would you rather?
I always love the obscure ones. I think that's ridiculous fun. Yeah, and particularly when they're agonizingly painful to get through.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. The video vault the first few weeks was brilliant because we did movies that not many people knew about, and that's the whole point. If we start doing the mainstream movies,
Right. You know?
In them. So
Here, one thing. So before you go down, I'm just going to pull up a movie and ask if you've seen it. Of it.
Right.
I got the picture here. Just getting it. This is and if you haven't heard of it, I think you're going to be interested to see it. It's got a good cast.
Well, even if I haven't,
I quite like it, actually. 1 second, share screen.
Dun dun dun. Oh,
You ever heard of this?
no.
I've seen it years ago. I won't say anything about it because it's been a long time.
Why? Is it? Well, just give us a bit of a hint. Is it any good?
I don't want to pre-prejudice it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But it's been a while.
See, this is the type of movie you don't know. I've never heard of this movie.
Look at the cast. It's Ray Winston, Ian McShane, John Hurt, Tom Wilkinson, and Stephen Delane, and Joanne Wally.
In my opinion, this is better than Sexy Beast, which is the one that everybody knows by the same writer. You know, it's way better. But it's very much in the domain of the kind of films that we used to do. So yeah, I do stand up for this one.
Yeah, I'm happy with that choice. It's better than Pacific. We're talking Rim anyway.
Probably. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of the name, but I've never watched it. So.
All right, fine. You know what? Let's change. Let's do this week. I think it's
I think that's the whole point. See,
I think you're right. I agree with you.
Better than mainstream movies because what happened is everybody is seeing them, and then we're all gonna kind of because we kind of all in the last couple of weeks about the movies we've been doing. Yeah, that's a great movie. Instead of doing movies where like that. But we have to do more obscure movies now. Right?
Well, we have to balance it because remember, I started doing the more mainstream ones after High Rise. Remember High Rise?
It's a tough balance because you want people to watch as well and to invest in, because obviously it's for people out there to watch too, and ideally to comment and to like.
That's why I think once a month
tough balance.
Once a month or something, you can throw it to us, like out of the blue, and then we all have to come back with
I experimented with that, and I heard yours and Noel's choice. I was like, oy vey, really, no.
Do you know them?
Yeah,
we've got an accusation guys in the chat. Sorry, in the chat. I just want to point out we've got an accusation in the chat here from Real Super Doctor, who should know better. Real Super Doctor, the rabbi brushes up on things before the quiz takes place.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the questions are going to be.
Thank you, everybody. I've had a blast as always. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll catch up with you all in the next couple of days. Play nice, enjoy yourselves. I'll catch up with you later. But
fine. Let's have a quick look at Bounding in the Comics, but then I think we're going to wrap up. And I think you're starting on your channel soon, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be just on for an hour.
Really? You're not going to be on for long?
Just to discuss the Doctor Who news that we got this morning, because I know I did a little video, but I want to hear other people's opinions on the news. So if you haven't watched the video this morning, it's an 8-minute video. Go and watch it. Obviously, after this stream, by the time I get set up, then you will probably have watched the video. watch the video, because I'm not going to be repeating the news several times on tonight's stream. Because if you watch the video, I mentioned the news. It's a short 8-minute video. It's not a big long video, so it'll only take 8 minutes of your time to find out what all the news is. And then when you come on, then we'll have a panel on and we'll discuss the news and see what everybody thinks. But I do see Netflix. Yeah, I have a Cuties video coming up as well, actually.
You know, I haven't done anything about it. This is interesting. Timothy Chalamet as was it Terry McGinnis? Honestly, who cares? We want what's his name as Bruce Wayne. No, we want Michael Keaton. We want Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. Did you see this? Ethan Van Sciver reports DC is going to stop publishing comics in June.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I agree entirely with the real Super Doctor. Land at Time Forgot, People at Time Forgot. Superb films. Edgar Rice Burroughs based, and they've got two really, really outstanding reasons to watch them. My name is Caroline Munro.
I think you know what? I think but actually, no, you know what? I'm watching tonight. I'm gonna watch Discovery. Oh man, what a bummer. Fine. Okay, I think with that, I'm gonna wrap things up. Hamzoni, how you doing? Matt Jones, how you doing? Nick Lewis, John Steed, you're needed. Nick Lewis is here. Who else we got? Peter. Okay, fine. So fine. Yeah, I know. I like this idea of doing 44-inch chest. I'm going to upload to the server. I'm going to upload Sea Devils. By the way, did you see? No, I sent you a trailer.
Yeah, I'll throw that up later. Yeah, thanks. I forgot
no
about that. Thanks for Sea Devils, isn't it? Sea Devils?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so by the way, no. Just one. Before I go, I'm going to close on this. Let me find this one thing to close on.
Whilst you're doing that, the results were the Time Prophet and Dr. Dave both ended up with 10 points apiece. There you go. That's what the winning points were in the chat.
Well done. I think I'm replaying here. We've got to stop screwing through this. Let's go back to the thumbnail for a second. I started on it. It's good to close on it. So this was my second choice of thumbnail. You know what I was going to do as my first choice, and I thought I might get in trouble. And I won't do this. I was going to do Mr. TARDIS reviews. I was going to take a picture of him. I was going to Photoshop him so he looked like he was wearing blackface.
No, I think that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I think, you know, I mean, listen, yeah, there was controversy over the last little.
I know.
Listen, we know you, right? We know you. We know why you're doing it. But there's people out there that won't know why you did that and won't know that you're taking the piss. And the thing about it is, then you'll get yourself into trouble. And it's just
I did. By the way, did I tell you I'm in Facebook jail till tomorrow because of it?
Oh my God!
I saw someone somewhere. I don't know if it's on a YouTube or it's on a Discord. Posted up a picture of someone in whiteface. It was.
That's funny. That is
funny. I think it was actually. No, I know what it was. It was a Captain Marvel doll being compared to presumably a coloured actor in whiteface as Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. That's what it was. And the doll actually looked more like the whiteface. I don't know who it was. Than it actually did Brie Larson.
Okay. I'll just before I wrapped up, I was looking at things that are trending, and the BBC have got themselves in trouble again.
For what now?
1 second. For this song, Gold Off song, they weren't playing.
What's it for? That staff slandering people. Like when they get
they were in trouble for the original version of the classic song "Fairy Tale of New York" is not banned at the BBC. It was banned at one point.
Well, it shouldn't be banned. It shouldn't be banned. I'm an Irishman. I think people need to actually cop onto themselves, because if you actually go and check out the meanings of the words that they use. It's not in the terms that they think. This was explained, by the way, a couple of years ago, and they're still going on it. Listen, Fairy Tale of New York is probably one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time. You're not going to get rid of the SJW, so get over it. It's not going anywhere. And us Irish people, anyway, it's our song. We will continue to play it anyway, and we play the full version. There's none of this cutting out the bad language, right? It's
the whole point of it is the bad language,
right? Exactly.
And it was written and performed by a male and a female.
Exactly.
They both participated in it, fully aware of what they were singing about, and they didn't have a problem with it, and neither do I.
Stupid, they will do something stupid.
I was guaranteed.
Yeah, cheap, lousy. The words.
Is that the thing they're upset about? Those faggots, really?
More than likely.
Yeah, the word that they're using, you check it out. It's a different meaning. It's not the meaning that they think.
Yeah, I know.
And as the token gay man here, I will say I love that song, and you can all fuck off.
I want to get a T-shirt with you, with that on, with you wearing it.
I would wear it.
Gentlemen.
Some brains faggots for dinner now.
Yep.
Listen, are you coming on my channel, or are you finished for the night?
I don't know. Let me maybe. I'll see how I'm doing. I got to eat.
I'll tell you what. Right, we set the chat up. If you want to pop in, let me know. Send me a message, and I'll let you know. As I said, I'm only streaming literally for an hour tonight.
All right.
That's
fine.
Because I'm not doing here.
But got to go and do it. Probably we will talk. I really want to talk to you today. We will hopefully talk tomorrow, and we'll intersect about stuff. Okay.
Yes. No problem. Listen.
Okay. With that, I want to wish you all a pleasant evening. Happy. I'm blessed with